Good morning. I'm Jim Potts, and I'm an Okie, and I'm a registered voter, and I registered as a Democrat. So what's that mean? It means that I am a member of the Oklahoma Democratic Party. As a member of the Democratic Party of Oklahoma, I have sought a position of responsibility and leadership, and I am an elected official officer. I am an elected officer of the Oklahoma Democratic Party. Now then, some of you will be seeking office here in 2025. Some of you have already been elected in 2023. Some of you may have been appointed to an office of the Democratic Party 2023, 2024. And you might be wondering, well, what the Sam Hill am I supposed to do? It's pretty straightforward. Your duty, responsibility, obligation as a party official is to organize Democrats to elect Democrats to our government, whether it's in a local election for the school board or the city council, or as a county commissioner, or the other county offices like sheriff, treasurer, assessor, court clerk, county clerk, yada, yada. Okay. Or how about a member of the Oklahoma House of Representatives, or as we call it, the HD, House District. Also, the Oklahoma Senate. Oh, the SD, Senate districts. How about governor? Wouldn't it be great to have a Democratic governor? Woo, dang. Or we got attorney general. We have some other state offices, likewise, where we'd like to have a Democrat sitting there. So you say, okay, Jim, this all sounds good. So here's the deal. The party has two functions. One, elect Democrats. Two, organize so we can elect Democrats, right? So we're kind of like a club or a fraternity or a sorority, or perhaps like the Lions Club or the Kiwanis or other community service organizations, where we have to maintain the structure of the party as an organization so that we may organize and elect Democrats. All right. So let's talk about this just a little bit. Should I try to share my screen? Let's see. Advanced sharing offices. No, let's just go straight to share. Share. Great. Let's share that. Boom shakalaka. Okay, here we go. Let's go up to the top here. Hey, this preamble's pretty good. At the last Oklahoma County Party meeting, they read that, and I thought that was important, and that was a nice touch. blah, 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 blah. Ah, here we go. Article 2, organization. Membership. Membership shall be open to all people of the state of Oklahoma who support the principles and missions of the Oklahoma Democratic Party. No person that is a member of any other political party may advance or vote on any motion, resolution, nomination, or election at any convention, meeting, or conference of the Oklahoma Democratic Party. Pretty straightforward. Delegates. Only citizens of the state of Oklahoma who are registered to vote as Democrats are eligible to be voting members of the Oklahoma Democratic Party and any of its subordinate organizations. Pretty straightforward. I'm telling you. That's what I said. I'm an Okie. I'm a registered voter. I registered as a Democrat. I'm a member of the Democratic Party. Boom shakalaka. I can participate and help to form and shape the direction of our party here in Oklahoma. So let's take a look at this subordinate, sometimes called subunits of the state party. All right. So at the tiniest pond in the universe of Oklahoma Democrats is the precinct. So we have the precincts, and they're bound together by the county. So we have officers at the precinct level. We have officers at the county level. Then we have officers at the congressional district, right? So Oklahoma has 5 congressional districts. I happen to live in Congressional District 3, and I am the secretary of Oklahoma Congressional District 3 Democrats. Okay, put differently, Oklahoma Democratic Party Congressional District 3 secretary. Okay. So, and then at the very tippy top, we have the state, which is the umbrella organization for all the Democrats in Oklahoma. And the state is involved with the Democratic National Party. And we aren't going to get into that because mainly what we're concerned with here is just trying to get a new county commissioner or school board member or state representative, right? It's a pretty uphill battle for us to elect a president, but by golly, it's important, and we won't go why it's important that we turn out to vote for Democratic candidates for president or U.S. Senate. Well, U.S. Senate. Oh my, wouldn't that be great? Been a long time. So anyway, that's the deal. So you've been elected or appointed as the county chair. What's that mean? What are you going to do? How can you, what should you do as county chair? Well, if this thing makes it to my YouTube channel, I'll have the links in here where you can go and get your own darn copy of the Oklahoma Democratic Party Constitution and bylaws. Now, because we love acronyms, because we're kind of a quasi government agency organization, we like to use acronyms. So often the Constitution and bylaws are referred to as the C and D. So we just saw part of the Constitution where it was describing who could be a member of the party and the subunits of the party. And in particular, we're talking about county chairs. So let's talk about that for a minute. Further down, okay, I'm bringing her back up. Here it comes. Further down in the Constitution, share. Okay, it's like page 5 or 6 or something. Blah 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 blah. It talks about the Central Committee. All right. The County Central Committee is composed of the chair, vice chair, secretary, and 2 affirmative action officers. These officers are elected at a county convention. Normally, we have an organizing convention every 2 years in odd numbered years. So we got one coming up in 2025. There's a lot of work that's been done to help county chairs get ready and present a county convention. And this is one of the important roles of the county central committee, is to do that every 2 years. If a county does not have an organizing convention, then that conforms to the Constitution and bylaws, then they don't have any county officers. Now, the district oversees counties, and the Congressional District Central Committee may appoint county officers until such time that the county holds a convention and elects officers. And likewise, the State Central Committee may appoint congressional district officers. Hey, guess what? County Central Committees may appoint precinct officers within their county. Seems only natural. You got somebody, they're enthusiastic, they want to help, they want to volunteer, they want to do something. Make them the precinct chair. Let them say, all right, buddy, go out there and organize your precinct. That's one of your duties as a county chair, is to train, educate, support, aid, help your precinct officers organize their precinct. Okay. Now, I'm tempted to pause this meeting this recording for just a sec. Stop share. How do I pause? Recording. Let's see. Oh, boom. Maybe not. Okay. Stand by. I've got to find what I'm looking for here. Okay, it's on page 12. We're going to go back to the share. Get down here to page 12. Powers and duties. That's what I'm talking about. The County Central Committee shall act for and on behalf of the county convention when the convention is not in session. Well, usually we only have a convention every 2 years. So the central committees acting on behalf of all the Democrats in the county. All right. Now, there are some matters that are exclusively vested in the county convention by the Constitution and the supporting bylaws, the old C and B. So here's what the County Central Committee shall have the authority to call meetings of the county convention by a majority vote, presumably of the Central Committee. Nominate Democrats to positions on those county and precinct election boards. What? Yeah. The county chair gets to tell the county secretary of elections, I'd like for Jane Doe to be a member of the county election board. And the secretary says, okie dokie, you got an alternate in case they don't show? You say, yeah, I want John Doe to be the alternate. Bada boom, bada bing. But what's this precinct election board? Oh, the precinct election board is also known as the poll workers. Holy schmoly. The county chair, according to this, to which the county Democratic Party may be entitled by state law. Now, typically, somebody says, I want to be a poll worker. They don't go to the county chair. They go to the county election board and say, hey, I want to volunteer to be a poll worker. They say, okay, fine. Now, I don't know if they run it up the flag and ask the county chair if that's okay, but as we have learned, who's working the polls is important. So this is an important, as a matter of fact, let's see here. That's the second item. So this is a pretty important thing for the Central Committee to devote some time and effort to finding poll workers so that we got a Democrat at every darn polling location. All right, moving on.com. Item C, proposed bylaws, procedural rules, and resolutions to the county convention. So the Central Committee can say, hey, we think these ought to be the rules for the county convention. We think these are some resolutions that we need to pass for our county platform or that we would like to have incorporated into the state platform, right? You can propose to amend the bylaws and the Constitution, get those ratified by your county convention, and they pass up to the district. And if they get through the district, they get up to the state. The state sorts them out, and they get her all done. Okay? You can establish standing committees and advisory committees and ad hoc committees. I'm not going to differentiate all those items, but to say that there are standing committees stipulated in the Constitution and bylaws. So you need to pay attention and try to get some people in there to volunteer for those committees so that they're up and running when you need them to call your convention. Okay. You can implement resolutions adopted by the county convention, not having the power to abrogate any such duly adopted resolution. Okay. If county convention passes a resolution, you got to stick to it. You cannot abrogate any such duty that the county convention has passed. Oh, here's the fun part. Raise, disperse, and deposit any such funds in an account in the name of the county party. So, as a county officer, you have some financial responsibilities. May not be a lot of money coming and going, but it's money nonetheless. And many a fight, many accusation has been leveled about people stealing money, people using money. So it's important that we pay attention to the finances. It's important that we raise money to help our candidates to get elected. It's important to raise money so that we can hold events to attract people to the Democratic Party, to educate people about the Democratic Party, to train people to be good volunteers, efficient workers, effective communicators to help elect Democrats. Dude and dudettes. This is it in a nutshell. When you accept the title of a county officer, these are what I would call statutory requirements of things for you to do. All right. So it takes time. You're going to have to devote time. I approach it like, some people believe that you tithe to the church 10% of your income. So if a work week's 40 hours a week, 10% of 40 is 4. So at the very least, you probably need to be putting in at least 4 hours a week working on party stuff. Now, the bigger counties, it takes a lot more work. And it's all going to fall on your shoulders unless you have people to help you. Oh, like an ad hoc committee or an advisory committee. Okay? So that's part of the deal, is to attract people and motivate people to help you run the damn party so we can elect more Democrats. All righty. So we're going to shift up here a little bit. I think I got the bylaws open. Switching over. Boom, bylaws. Okay, this is going to take a sec. Um, Let me move me over. Here we go. County officers and officials. The county chair shall. Well, here's a, 1, 2, 3, 14 things that the county chair is responsible for doing. It's pretty straightforward. Preside at the meetings, at the convention, at the central committee meetings, at your general body meetings of all the darn Democrats in the county. Here's what I was talking about, nominating Democrats to the election board. The sole spokesperson for the county party. Don't be letting just anybody go shooting off at their mouth. We want to present a consistent message. Now, hopefully, the state's pushing that message down through the district, and the district pushes it out to all the counties in their district. So we're all talking about the same darn thing all the time. Okay. You can delegate this to the vice chair, however. Chief executive and inspirational leader. This is so important. As a leader, for you to inspire the Democrats, to give them hope, to let them know we are doing things, that we can do things, and to help them to accomplish those things. So this is important. You're also responsible for recruiting candidates to elected office. Now, you're also responsible for recruiting candidates to the party offices. So, now there's a stipulation here on the elected offices where there is not a Democratic incumbent. So don't be scaring up any Democrat to run against a Democrat. We got one in there. Don't you be responsible for getting them out of there. Okay. Oh, communicate with your party and the elected officials in and of the county. There you go. So you need to be talking to the party district and party state officers, and you need to be talking to the elected officials from your Senate, from your House, in your county government, and the school board, and the city council. You are the guy. All right. If it's feasible, if you could set up an Oklahoma, a county Democratic Party office, it's very helpful. People on the street can know where to find you. I'm here every day, Tuesday, Thursday, from 11 to 2 or whatever. I'm here every Friday afternoon, 1 to 5. But a time and a place where you can be found. So if somebody wants to volunteer, somebody has a problem, boom, they can come to you and hopefully get some help. And if you have an office and you have enough finances, you can hire a staff. You're also responsible for training the precinct officials. Now, that's both, I take that mainly as precinct party precinct officers, but you could read it for your precinct election board, aka poll workers. Supplying precinct and county officials with materials, training booklets, handouts, maps, election results, etc., etc., etc. Okay, here we go with the money. You're responsible for raising and dispersing funds, putting them in the account. Okay, there's some stipulations on how that's done. Okay, here's the good one. Review the qualifications of Republican candidates filed for office in the county. Ooh, you get to vet the gopers. Good goper, bad goper. There's some training and some tools that the party has that are available to you to help you with that. Okay? And if you bump into, like, say, a Republican candidate that doesn't live in the district where he's required to reside, you need to notify your Democratic candidate to protest that guy. And there's a very tiny, 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 tiny window in which to file a protest against a candidate. I'd have to check the statutes, but it might be 48 hours, right? Filing closes at 5 o'clock Wednesday, and I think the deadline might be 5 o'clock Friday to file a protest. I could be wrong. It might be bigger. So we're going to leave that out there. Just know that you need to be on top of these filings. Okay. Appoint the members of meeting committees with the approval of the Central Committee, and appoint the sergeant at arms and tally clerks for each convention that is called. There you have it. So that's what the chair does, right? So there's a lot of Democrats and there's a lot of friendly people that'll help you. There's county chairs that are experienced at this that will help you. There are district officers that will help you, that will connect you with your nearby county chairs. So reach out. If you're a new county officer and you've got questions, reach out. You can always contact me, Jim Potts. My email is jimpotts53@gmail.com. Some of us have an okdemocrats.org email account through the party. Another good way to get in touch with us. I don't know if they've changed mine from vice chair to secretary yet. I need to talk to the executive director about that, or maybe Josh, the van guy over there at ODPHQ, would know. So just a little something I need to do. All of us have things we need to do on behalf of the party. Further down in the bylaws, county vice chair shall, yada, yada, yada. The main important thing here, the county vice chair, since we don't have a treasurer, we only have a treasurer at the state level. At all the other levels, the vice chair is responsible for the treasury. Okay. Now the secretary is a big old job. Secretary got to take minutes at all the meetings. Then you got to publish them somehow. You need to keep track of all your precinct officers all your county officers, all your county delegates to the district and state convention. Keep that up to date. And that's a deal, you know. I mean, it takes time, but we can help you with that. Okay. Um, okay, the affirmative action officers. This position was added maybe, I don't know, when did I get involved with the party? 2017. So what is it now? 24. So 7 years. So this position has kind of been added and elevated in the last 7 to 10 years. And the affirmative action officer is really um, has I believe the affirmative action officer has two roles. First and foremost is helping the other members of the central committee with all their tasks. But the primary mission is to reach out to the underserved, the underrepresented, the often overlooked members of our community to bring them to the table, to make them feel welcome, to be part of the Democratic Party, because we got the big tent and we want everybody to sit down at the table with us and to talk about what we, the Democratic Party, want to do. What are our priorities? What events are we going to attend? How can we be part of your community? Is there a service project we could do with your community to help beautify a city park? Furnish books, literacy programs, all kinds of things we can do. I got a great precinct service project. It's painting house numbers on the curbs so we can find the Democrats when we're out there knocking doors trying to elect them. Okay. So anyway, lots of things like that. And the last official of a county party are their state delegates. And these are the people who attend the county, congressional, district, and state conventions to represent their county constituents and to assist the county officers with any such task as the chair may direct. Chair calls you up and say, hey, I need your help, right? It's not enough for you just to show up at the state convention. You need to be helping out at the county level with your chair. He may need some help with a big bunch of candidates he needs to vet. Can you help me with this? He may need some help decorating the float for the Martin Luther King parade. She may need some help holding the ice cream social. Well, state delegates responsible to assist the county officers. So it's not just showing up for the darn convention. You need to be showing up all the time. And if we have these 5 offices, right, 2 affirmative action and delegates, if we have all these people putting in the time and effort, you can have a successful county party. So with that in closing, I want to thank you for being a county officer, because I know it's hard work. It's an uphill climb. I don't care if you're in Oklahoma County or if you're in Dewey County. It's uphill. And it takes time and it takes effort. But if we want to make Oklahoma a better place to live for everybody, we need the Democratic Party to get with it. Start taking care of business. As I like to say, we got the cookbook. Here's the things we need to be doing. This is the recipe for success. We just need somebody to get in the kitchen and mix up the dough and put it in the oven. All right, y'all. Keep on keeping on. Fighting the good fight. Yes, we can. All right. On three. 1, 2, 3. Go blue. See ya.